This is a 2011 movie, I believe. Yeah, that came out on Cartoon Network back in the day, and it's the last live action movie that they did of this franchise. Ben 10, Alien Swarm. Yeah, it was about 74 minutes long, so let's get started. I'm doing it early because I got other things to do today, so just get ready. Headphones, because let's do this. Yeah, I saw this movie with my sister a long time ago in November of 2011. It's a good. It was 2009 or something like that. It was it was in the 2000s. I don't think. I think it was 2009 because the first movie was 2007. It doesn't say. There's the car from the show. Yeah, it says 2009. My bad, not 2011. It was 2009. Bellwood. Yeah, they would see they could make a live action version of any cartoon, whether it be Scooby Doo, Ben 10, or really the Loud House, or any of the Disney remakes. Almost anything animated could be done in live action, but not everything translates well. This car looks just like in the show. I didn't see all the shows, so I'm not an expert on the show. There's another movie that came out in 2007, but I don't have it. There's Kevin 11, and then the redhead is Gwen, not Gwen Stacy, just Gwen Tennyson. She's Ben's cousin. This has a good budget for 2009. It's not Avatar, which was way bigger, but for a TV budget, it looks pretty good. The CGI does look better than the other Ben 10 movie. And no, this is not on streaming. So if you want to see this movie, you have to either see it in one of those BitTorrents, or you have to get the DVD because it's hard to find now. That's why I keep the physical media, because there's movies that are not available on streaming. Here he looks a little bit like Kylo Ren, but again, still a better written character. Oh wait, gotta change the participants. There. Like Galadriel Steinman. She was Dez's sister in an episode of Austin and Ally. She's a beautiful redheaded girl. Yes, I know that she's taken. You don't have to tell me, but she's gorgeous, man. She's named after the character from Lord of the Rings, Galadriel. This actor, I have no idea what happened to him. The actor that played Ben, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say the name of the cast. She's also on the show. She's the Asian girl. Mm-hmm. People think that everything in a cartoon is going to translate well in live action. Sometimes it doesn't. That's true. They have powers. Ben has the Omnitrix. Kevin can turn into different elements, and she has like blast bolts, like Starfire from Teen Titans. There's the nanobot things. Because this movie is live action. So because I did a lot of cartoons this month, so I wanted to do one movie that was based on a cartoon but in live action. Yeah, it's like Starfire, Star Bolts. Those are real motorcycles, by the way. Lower this a little bit. That's better. Yeah, it doesn't have to be too loud because I don't want to. I don't want to lose my hearing. It's a good stunt. There's the villain. Big Chill. Yeah, there's he turns into different creatures. The grandpa's not in this movie because Lee Majors wasn't available, and also because Ben's not a kid anymore. In this one, he's older. I think this is based on the Alien Force season of the show. Yeah. Yep. A wide shot. Even Sonic is basically live action because you got the real actors and then you have them in CGI, but in the real world. So it counts because there was a lot of Sonic cartoons before we got to the 2020 movie. Is the grandpa in this movie? I don't think he is though. Asian as Elena. Yep, so I gotta drink a soda. Mm-hmm. Computer. They're examining the chip to see what's in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I look better clean shaven. Yep. 2009 was a different time. You couldn't stream anything back then. Oh wait, so the grandpa is in this movie. He's just not played by D Major, so he's not. He's. It's just a cameo. He's not a major character in this. Mm-hmm. This franchise is very tech savvy. Hmm. We're 14 minutes in. It's a pretty fast-paced movie because they don't have 2 hours to pad out the running time. So because it's a TV movie, so they have to just do it real fast. The plumbers took it. Different plumbers here. 'Cause they're not. They don't. They're not like the Mario Brothers. It's a different plumbers. Really? Like Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. That always happens. The student turns on the teacher usually. And when they were kids. Sometimes a live action version doesn't work. Look at Daphne and Velma. That was horrible. Or look at Inspector Gadget, the first movie. That didn't work. Or some of these animes like Dragon Ball Z. The live action didn't work. And the in the theaters. And also the Attack on Titan. They did a live action version that they said was bad. I'm like, yeah, because sometimes cartoons speak for themselves. They don't need a live action adaptation. I know some people are worried about Green Lantern being in the DCU's 10-year plan, but there's a reason he was left out of the Justice League movies, both the theatrical cut and also the Snyder cut, because he wasn't even needed there. Yeah, they showed a Green Lantern ring, but they didn't have Hal Jordan or John Stewart or any of these other characters. DC has a lot of characters, a lot, and some of them worked in live action and some of them don't. Blue Beetle didn't work. He looks cool, but I prefer the white Blue Beetle, and I don't know much about him. Farmland. I have a lot of cousins who are female. Mm-hmm. 20 minutes in. Mm-hmm. A lot of the main characters usually have to go on their own. Batman, Mario, Link from Zelda. The nighttime scene. It's a Rorschach from Watchmen. Yeah, so he's dressed like Rorschach. Yeah, even the way he talks. Because this came out the same year as Watchmen, the live action version that was in theaters, the theatrical cut of that. This is like when COVID hit. You know, it was the little bugs going inside of people's bodies through their nose or in their mouth. It's a good looking movie for 2009. That was the year I moved into this house a few months before this came out. Green. Hmm. That's his trademark color. $8.40. Ugh. Yep, drones. They're his drones. This movie goes by a pretty brisk pace. It's not slow like a lot of sci-fi movies are today, where they have an hour of setup before they get to their first action scene. Like a lot of men are. Am I right? Ship it. Uh oh. Hmm. They're infected. They're nanochips. Yeah, they're like a it's like coronavirus, but in a chip instead of a microscopic virus. That was the problem about Ben's watch, that sometimes it would glitch. It wouldn't work the way he wanted it to. Kind of like my computer. Here we go. Another creature. He turns into Humongousaur later in the film. That I do remember. I haven't seen this movie in a couple years, so during the pandemic I would watch anything because, you know, the pandemic just felt like it would never end. Yep. What a sucker punch. Everything is empty, kind of like it was in 2019 and 2020 in China. You saw September 22nd, 2006. Man, that was almost 20 years ago. Yeah, the grandpa's not in the film that much. So he's in it, but it's a different actor. It's not Lee Majors. All the actors are different than the first film. Mm-hmm. Mm. You're so cute. Her hair's nice. Ship it. Mm-hmm. We're 31 minutes in. Yeah, they didn't have the rights to get UPS or FedEx, so they had to use a place called Ship It or Amazon because Amazon was getting really popular in the 2000s. Yeah, I'm stoned out of my mind. Man, I thought Wednesday Adams didn't blink. See? Queen. My chocolate arm. Another good stunt, by the way, yeah. This movie does have some good stunts. It's not just a CGI fest like Avatar, which, yeah, that's the problem. Like, they're like, look at these amazing effects, and that's all you got. Where are the deep characters? Where's the emotional stay? Where's the payoff? Where's the investment? None, because it's just a bunch of blue people protecting a tree on an alien planet. Those movies don't even need people in there because the people are secondary characters. The humanity in that franchise is absent. That's why Avatar, nobody remembers the first one. Because I'm like, yeah, look at these effects again. What else do you have? So- Sonic didn't just have good effects, it had heart and humanity, and it had a sense of humor and wonder. There's none of that in Avatar. James Cameron's Avatar, not Avatar The Last Airbender. It's just a CGI spectacle. That's all it is. Nothing else to it. This at least has humanity in it. Gwen, Kevin, and Ben are all humans, not aliens. This looks very Sonic. Yep, explosions. Spike balls. Looks like Bowser when he turns into a spike ball. That car is pretty awesome. Missed it by that much. I remember those phones. This is when Humongousaur finally shows up, like almost 40 minutes into the movie. Because again, they only had a budget for a limited amount of CGI in it. Since it's a TV movie, but there's TV movies that came out after this that have way worse CGI. Like, look at Descendants. That first movie, that dragon looks terrible. Disney has enough to put good costumes and makeup and real actors, but why was the CGI so bad? Oh yeah, because it's a TV budget and they don't have enough to show for it. They don't have a $200 million budget like a Pirates of the Caribbean movie or something. I'm saying the first two, the first Descendants, not the sequels. I know the second one also didn't have great CGI either, but the first one, the CGI looks horrible. They barely escaped. The car's dead, but it's still in one piece. It's still not. It's still functional, I guess. Hmm. Uh-oh. Rollerball. It's Bowser? Yeah, it's still, it looks like Bowser as a ball. There it is. Humongosaur. My favorite creature. Still looks better than the lizard from Amazing Spider-Man. Yes, that looks better than the Amazing Spider-Man lizard because it doesn't look stupid. Here we go. This looks better, and this is a TV budget compared to a $200 million Spider-Man movie with some of the worst CGI of the franchise. Mainly the CG on the lizard, it looks terrible. Here, it looks way better because they put some effort into it. They give him a snout. Go get him, Humongosaur. Mm-hmm. If you've never seen the cartoon, you're gonna have no idea who these characters are. I saw some of the cartoon, not the whole thing. There's just so many of them. I stopped watching the cartoons after like Alien Force because the 2012 cartoon was horrible. Omniverse was terrible. And the recent cartoon that came out a few years ago, I didn't see it either because they haven't done a good cartoon in years. See, only a few seconds of power and then he goes back to human. But that was awesome. And I mean, yeah, it was. If you only have a few seconds of screen time with the Humongosaur, make it count. And unlike a CW show, this doesn't drag for like 8 seasons. If this was a live action show, it would not have lasted 8 seasons or 5 seasons. Sometimes you have to get to the point a lot faster. Shows are just too long now. Some of them just won't end. Like look at The Simpsons. It should have been over 20 years ago, guys. Like when the movie came out, that should have been the end of the series. It was a nice little bow to tie a almost 20-year-old franchise. That would have been fine. Instead, it went on way too long. We're 40 minutes in and the movie's about half done. Wow. It's pretty quick. They're always aliens. Let me just mute this because they're speaking other languages. I don't care. I told you I'm not a linguist. Uh, Computer chips. because everything is power. If you guys don't know about everything that we use that are machines, they're run by computer chips. Yeah, it's like the life source of technology. Phones, tablets, video game systems, TVs, Wi-Fi. It's all run by computer chips, man. See, it's going around all around the world, just like COVID did. And I hate to bring that up, but again, this movie kind of predicted 10 years later, all over the world. If you haven't gotten vaccinated yet, guys, please get vaccinated. Oh, it's going to kill me. No, it's not. You'll be in worse shape if you get COVID and you're not vaccinated. I got it 3 times. It's not a government mandatory. It's just something that I wanted to get because I want to be safe. I want to live. No virus is going to kill me. Mm-mm. Hell yeah. Because the like yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. The queen and then her followers are the drones. You burn it. Mm-hmm. There was a beehive outside of my house. It had to be destroyed, or it was there. Those things were gonna swarm all over my house. Beehives don't belong. They belong in the park, not near my house. I don't want my dog to get stung by a bee. The chat is completely empty, but that's okay. I had to do this early. D, I told you I don't make excuses. I say when I'm going to do a podcast, I'm going to do it unless I have some technical issues or something. Yeah, no time to sleep. 9:02. G20. No, I can see that review later. I already reviewed. I haven't reviewed the movie yet. I just reviewed it on Letterbox. He, he got possessed too. Yeah, Max, like the streaming service. Ben, he looks great. Yeah, this is almost done. This one does have some zingers in there. Us. He's talking in the third person. Yep, he disappeared. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's like Amazon Marketplace. That's what she said. He. The black car. No, because cars don't have genders unless they're transformers. Cars are objects. They're not living creatures. I don't know why people call their vehicles a gender. It's like calling my phone Bobby. Strange, right? Missouri. I've never even been there. That guy, I think, was in an episode of Victorious. It looks like him. I think that is him. That was a quick scene. See, the movie's very fast paced. I wish more movies were this fast paced. You don't need 2.5 hours to tell a good story, or 3 hours. Just get to the point a lot faster, in 2 hours or less. If it's a comedy, it doesn't need to be 2 hours. Stop, they'll do it, the people. Again, just like today. That's why when people were spraying their Amazon packages, I'm like, with disinfectant, I'm like, guys, They're boxes and bags. There's not. They're not. No one's gonna sneeze on your mail. Nobody. No, there's like 20 billion people on Earth now. This was 2009. Different statistics back then. At least it makes sense that this is her grandfather, just like Ben. Unlike in The Rise of Skywalker, again, yeah, the hobo's the granddaughter of the Emperor. Yeah, that doesn't make any freaking sense. She was never mentioned in the original films or the prequels. Stupid. That wouldn't have made sense even in an expanded universe. Similar to the Power Rangers movie where they're shipping the ooze all around the world, except that was ooze. This is a nanobites, nanochips. Mm-hmm. You know, like Comic Con. Zing. Doc Ock? No, that's another. That's another franchise. This is the better Ben 10 movie because I do like the Race Against Time, but the villain is a British guy and I don't care about him. This one I like a lot better. It's 9/11 now. Look at all those chips. Millions of cell phones all over the world run on chips. A kid and his soccer mom. Mm, I know the feeling. Yep. Ugh. Mm-hmm. Because Ben's not a killer. Beast Boy did this in an episode of Teen Titans where he multiplies as a little amoeba thing inside a cyborg to get the virus out of him. Again, a computer virus. He's the main character of the story. It's called Ben 10. He shrunk like Ant-Man. Nanomac. It is cool looking design. He only turns into like three creatures in this movie, but again, it's an hour and 14 minutes. Again, like Ant-Man. Microscopic, right up the nose, just like COVID. Again, this movie predicted a lot of the future. That looks pretty cool. It's like the Queen Alien in Aliens. Hey, look, I saw Miss Marvel do that. Yeah, Lena's pretty capable on her own, and she doesn't have superpowers. See, she's a fighter. It's clobbering time? Yeah. The microscopic fight. Kind of like the first Ant-Man movie. Mm. The- Yep, they're activating all right. They got to put them into millions of people's phones. Yep, the queen's out of his body. Whee! Beam me up, Scotty. Looks like Beast Games. Happy ending. Like it. Hmm. Hmm. That's a cool opening. The gates are opening. I miss my grandpa. Both of them. Yeah, this movie's actually shorter than the Power Rangers movie from 1995. Yeah. I want to see the cartoon again. Plumbers. Hmm. These are good characters. I like these characters a lot. It's not my favorite cartoon from the 2000s, but it's good. It's a guy that wears green that actually is cool. At least this is better than Max Steel. That movie was terrible. That live action movie was horrible. Because that cartoon came out years before that movie came out. And that was like a knockoff Iron Man. This at least has its own identity. Movie's pretty short. It goes in and out. It's not even 74 minutes. It's like an hour and 5 minutes or something like that. Whee! It's a good movie, but it's really short. It goes by quick, like a extended episode or so. And that was Alex Winter directed this. It was the guy from Bill and Ted, written by two people, not five people. I'll leave the end credits since this was like based on the Ben 10 Alien Force show. Yeah, because this is when Ben is older. He's not a kid like in the first show. Sorry, nobody could join me in the chat, but I had to do this early. There's the Queen. Ryan Kelly. He was Ben. Galadriel Steinman. Yeah, she was Gwen Tennyson. Nathan Kiz as Kevin. Alyssa Diaz as Elena. And Herbert Seguenza as her father. Barry Corbin was the grandpa. Ben 10. It was an awesome movie. It's just good to watch every now and then. It's very short though. So thanks for watching. The few of you guys that did. Sorry the chat was kind of empty, but I had to do this early to get it over with. So thanks for watching. Acknowledge me, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Do another podcast for Good Friday because I'm not doing one tomorrow. I got to take a nice long walk because I'm fat. But thanks for watching.